So today I want to talk to you about something nobody ever said to me. I had no idea that there were lies that I was believing when I was stuck and I couldn't lose weight. And those lies kept me fat. They kept me from losing my weight because I was constantly looking for something to blame. I want you to think about that. Like, I always wanted a reason why I couldn't lose weight. Like, there was always a reason. I always was looking for something to blame. Like, this is the reason. It's because of my corporate career. It's because I don't have time. I had time. I had time to watch Downton Abbey. I had time to go to the store and make a special trip just to buy alcohol. I had time. Like, if it was important to me, I had time for it. But if it wasn't important to me, I would find an excuse for it, right? I would find a reason for why I couldn't do it. Like, I couldn't. So you get what I'm saying. And I see this in my own clients now. Like, they're constantly chasing the reason for why they can't lose weight. They want to believe that something's wrong with them. And that's why they are gaining weight. Right? Like, well, Sherrie, you don't understand. There's a genetic predisposition in my family. Or I'm going to go and see my physician because there must be a reason why I constantly crave sugar. What they don't see, what I couldn't see, is that we are just like Adam. We want something to blame, right? Because when I would blame something, it kept me from doing the work, right? When I had a reason, that was the cause. It was my explanation. It was my justification. It was how I gave logic to my circumstances. And it's in those situations when you're looking for a reason or a cause, it almost is like your because is easier than become, right? I can't lose weight because of blah, blah, blah. Living that way is easier than becoming the woman who became stronger than her than her butts. Or, you know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing. Our butts are wrong. We want to say, I tried to do that to lose weight, but, and we like those butts because those butts give us an out. Because those butts give us what we don't hate, which is the food, which is the laziness. Those butts are easier. But imagine instead of saying, I tried, but, imagine instead saying and believing, I couldn't do it, but God. It can be, I tried, but, or it can be, but God, I trusted. Because in your flesh, you try and fail, and then your flesh ultimately gives way to what you want. But when you trust God, you trust him and you do what is seemingly impossible. One of the ways, you're in your flesh. The other way, you're in your faith. One of the ways is you're a victim. The other way, you are a victor. I want you to hear, okay, so you have got to take full responsibility and just admit when you are wrong and ask God to forgive you. And a lot of people want to add God to their lives and the benefits of Christianity to their lives without acknowledging their sin and guilt, without acknowledging that they have a responsibility and in their faith have the ability. You have to take full responsibility for your health. You have to take full responsibility for your actions. You have to go to God, admit where you were wrong, confess, repent, and then expect him to forgive you. Expect that he will continue his work in you. That's okay. Just stop expecting that weight loss is going to be easy. Stop expecting that it's going to be quick. Stop expecting that you can eat what you want without effect. Stop expecting that you can do whatever you want despite knowing what you should be doing. Right? Because that right there, that's James 4:17. When you know what you should do and you don't do it, that is sin to you. And a lot of you might not like the fact that I point out sin to you, but sin is personal and you have a responsibility to face it. Sin, and here's the other thing about sin. It has a domino effect. Once sin is committed, then what also follows is a series of consequences. And you know that God is going to forgive you if you just go to him and you ask him. But what you have to understand is the consequences are still set into motion, right? You can't eat as much as you've been eating, as often as you've been eating what you've been eating, and think that your body isn't going to be harmed. It's going to catch up with you. You might not see the results or the effect or the harm right away, but I need you to know it's happening. It is happening. You're going to see the impact very soon. Your bra is going to feel tighter. You're going to need bigger pants. You get what I'm saying? It is going to happen. You can choose the sin, but you also choose the consequences. You can keep eating the way that you're eating and think that you're healthy, but soon enough, if you keep eating the sugar, soon enough, if you keep going through the drive-through, soon enough, if you keep doing the thing, drinking the alcohol, smoking, whatever it is, soon enough, you are going to see the consequences. They're going to catch up, and it's going to feel like it's all of a sudden. It's not. It's slowly. It's little by little. And you might not see it right away, but it is happening. And your actions, the things that you're choosing, or even your inactions, the things that you're not doing because they're not comfortable, they're not easy, that's the cause. And you might think that it's because you just can't say no to sugar, but the real reason is that you won't say no to sugar. Our culture has normalized sugar. Our culture has hidden sugar. Our culture makes fun of how we justify sugar. And the more sugar you eat, the more sugar you're going to want to eat. And so the reason that you can't lose the weight is that you don't like or you won't do the alternative. I want you to see that you have a story about losing weight that you've convinced yourself of. A story that you've convinced yourself of. Like you're avoiding something emotional or a feeling. And that's why you won't change. And I see this in a lot of my clients. A lot of the women who come to work with me will say, Sherrie, I don't like to do the thought work, the mind renewal work. And the reason is because they don't want to be uncomfortable feeling the feelings. They just want to do the physical stuff, right? Within all of us, there's a Mary and a Martha. Some of us just like to do the physical things. Others of us just like to do the Mary things where we sit at the feet of Jesus. You have to be both. You have to understand that you've got to face the emotional in order to be able to change and do the physical. But when you're avoiding doing the emotional or the feeling, when you're avoiding that and you're seeing that you won't change, you're going to start to believe that you can't change. And that's just the way the enemy likes it. But what I want you to see is all of this only exists in your human nature. It's only in your fallen sin nature. It's only in your sin tolerance. It's only in your desires that have been corrupted. It's only in your desire to stay the same because changing is uncomfortable. But I want you to know that all of this, it's just about something it's just something you're thinking. It could be anything that you're thinking. There could be a thought that you're thinking, such as I'm trying to think of some of the things that people come to me with. Every time I lose weight, I can lose the weight, Sherrie, but I can't keep it off. Or every time I try to lose weight, something happens in our life and I can't stay on the weight loss program. Or you don't understand, I'm a corporate executive. I'm a physical therapist. I'm a chiropractor. I don't have time. Or I've tried and nothing works, right? Or it's too expensive to eat healthy, Sherrie. Or you don't understand. I'm 64. I'm too tired to exercise when I come home from work. Or I'm too busy with the kids. Or my family doesn't like to eat the way that I need to eat, and I can't cook different meals for everybody. Or, I'm going through perimenopause, or I'm going through menopause and my metabolism is too slow, right? Or I can't stay motivated, or I have too much going on right now in this moment. This is a busy season. You don't understand. We're going on vacation. I need to be focused on planning. Or I don't know where to start, Sherrie, to lose weight. Or I'm going to start again tomorrow or next week. Or this is just the way my body is. Could you hear Did you find your excuse in any of that? Do you see how those are just excuses? And I want you to know, if you're using any of those things, believing they're reasons, and you're saying these things either to yourself or to other people know it's a reason, it's an excuse that you're believing as a reason. Other people are seeing that within you, you have the ability. You're just believing an excuse. What if there were a way for you to stop making and believing your excuses? Because there is. It's called Christian life coaching for your weight loss journey. So here's what I want you to see. If you believe your excuses, whatever your excuse is that you see as a reason right now, I want you to think of it. If you believe your excuse, you can't believe the truth, right? Because unbelief is caused by what you believe. I want you to start coaching yourself through that. Like if you come to a point in your day where you can't get yourself to do what you know you should do, I want you to start self-coaching by asking yourself, what am I believing right now? Because unbelief is caused by what I'm believing. Are you believing truth, or are you believing what is true to you? Because just because something feels right and you believe it doesn't mean it is right and worthy of you believing. Your beliefs have limited you. You are believing lies that limit you. And I know this because I've coached hundreds and hundreds of women now. And it's kind of like, this is the way I'm kind of seeing it. I don't know how this is going to make sense, but let me paint this picture for you. It's like every single day you get up, and for the last 5 years, let's say you're, I don't know, an eye doctor. And in order for you're struggling with your weight, and you drive to work every day, and you're listening to my podcast. Okay, that's you. That's the visual you have right now. And you like going this one way to work every day. And it's like you stop traveling that route to work every day because all of a sudden they put up signs that say construction ahead, road is going to be closed for the next 30 days. And they give you a detour. And you like going the way that you're going to work every day. But all of a sudden it's closed for construction for a while. And so you have to start taking this alternate route. And then all of a sudden you just start going this other way. And you don't hate it, right? You never, in fact, want to go back to the way that you used to go down. You used to go to work. You used to drive to your medical practice. You don't want to go back to that original route that you should take because you kind of you like this new route. The reality is this new route that you've been taking, on your way there, you have found a new coffee shop on the way. On your way in every day, you stop and you get your favorite mocha sugary frappa latte. And then on the drive-through home, on the way home, you drive through the drive-through that you've fallen in love with. And then the old way that you used to take to work, it's open and available to you. But you're believing it's no longer an option, and you allow yourself to keep taking the way that you like. You're not changing because you don't hate the route that you're now taking. You just hate the results that you're seeing in your life. Is this landing on your heart, right? This is why working with a Christian life coach, in this area in particular, where I give you everything you need to renew your mind and to have that kingdom mindset on a daily basis. This is why working with me enables you to change. I want you to see this. It's one thing to pick a diet or to buy a workout, but does that diet help you to change your beliefs? Does it partner with you? Like, what do you do when the excitement of that diet starts to fade away and you start going to the drive-thru again? What happens is you start to believe that you were right all along, that you really can't stay on a diet, or that the cravings are just too strong, or every time you start, life gets busy. You start to believe, I am just a foodie. And you start to think, I just can't say no. Listen to me, you are not a foodie. Everybody in the world needs food. Being a foodie is just some fancy slogan that the food industry and restaurants, all of them came up with to sell food and to give you an identity that relates to food. You do have the time that it takes to change and to eat correctly. You do have what it takes to do hard things. There is a way for you to lose weight that will work. You just need to learn how to become that higher version of yourself who loses it. You are more than your limiting beliefs. But will you ever see that version of yourself if you don't change your thoughts? This is what happens when you work with me in the Seeker's Method. I want you to imagine having beliefs that propel you forward and they cause you to change, to overcome, to be transformed. Imagine who you could be and how that would feel to be all you could be. Imagine feeling able to do hard things with food. Like even when the most tempting of things is in the room, you are strong enough against that temptation. Imagine believing that you do have time to cook things. You just don't have to do it the way that you're believing it has to look, right? Imagine having your body back. Imagine your body being restored and your health being restored. Imagine wearing what you want versus what you have to wear. Imagine getting off of your medications. Imagine having your energy back. Imagine feeling sexy again, or like you think you look beautiful. Or imagine, oh, this is huge. Imagine trusting yourself again and knowing that you keep your word to yourself because you matter. All of this is available to you right now. You are not stuck. God has given you everything you need, but you have to learn how to walk it out. You are ready right now to live the life that you've imagined. You're ready for change. Let me show you what's possible. I'm not offering you some get skinny quick diet, right? I'm offering you to have your life back. That's why I'm a life coach for weight loss, right? Diets outline a way to lose weight. I offer you the ability to think and believe and behave correctly so that the diet will work. And for me as your coach, I show you the Christian mind renewal needed by showing you the kingdom mindset needed to override the worldly mindset that has brought you to the point of believing that you're never going to be able to change. You have the ability, you have a responsibility to take care of this one body. It is time to learn how to steward it. No more blame, no more excuses. TSM is available to you. It's opening. And I need you to start seeing that you've got to be ready to do things differently if you want a different outcome. Imagine having a coach who works with you, who shows you how to plan and prep and schedule and do all of these things. I show you how to simplify your life. I show you how to stop wasting precious time on what doesn't work. I show you how to prioritize what really matters, how to prioritize yourself without sacrificing your responsibilities. I encourage you, get ready to work with me so you can become who you are meant to be, even in weight loss. I encourage you, go to the links in the show notes to learn more. You can even reach out to me at coachkapala@gmail.com.